Hi, this is Mato. In this video I will show the game between Deep HIARCS and Deep Fritz that was played in Sweden in 2012. Time control was 120 minutes for 40 moves and then 60 minutes for next 20 moves. HIARCS had white pieces and game started with e4. Fritz played c5, Sicilian defense, knight to f3, e6, knight to c3, a6. This is Khan variation of Sicilian defense. d4, pawn takes pawn, knight takes on d4, b5, bishop to d3, queen to b6, attacking the knight on d4. First move that comes to mind is bishop to e3. That is possible. And then black would continue with bishop to c5. And after bishop to e2, knight to c6. White wanted to play differently and played knight to f3. Knight to c6. Castling looks like a good and a logical move, and this is a very common move in this position. Instead, white played bishop to f4, knight to f6, and now e5, attacking the knight and gaining space on the board. Queen to c7. What is the idea behind the move? If pawn takes knight, then queen takes bishop, and black is doing well. In the game, white castled kingside, b4 attacking the knight, knight to a4, bishop to b7, rook to e1, and now d5. White played rook to c1. If pawn takes pawn en passant, then bishop takes on d6, and after bishop takes bishop, queen takes bishop, and black is okay. So we have rook to c1, knight to d7, c4 attacking pawn on d5, pawn takes pawn en passant, knight takes on c3, bishop to e7, a3 preventing knight to b4. Fritz castled kingside. Queen to c2. Queen and bishop are hitting pawn on h7. h6. Queen to d2. There is a possibility of bishop sacrifice on h6. Knight to c5, attacking bishop on d3. Bishop to b1 was played, and now rook from f to e8. b4 attacking the knight. This is now a very interesting position. Fritz didn't want to play knight back to d7. Instead, d4 was played. What's wrong with knight to d7? This is a possible continuation in this position. Knight takes on d5. And now if pawn takes knight, then e6, discovered attack on the queen. After queen goes, say, to b6, pawn takes pawn, check, forking king and rook. If king takes pawn on f7, then queen takes pawn on d5 check, and after king to f8, white has very strong attack, perhaps unstoppable. Okay, now you understand why knight to d7 was not played. d4, knight to e2, d3, knight to g3, and now g5, attacking the bishop. Very risky move, compromising king's safety. Is there a better move? Now knight is attacked. If knight goes to d7, then queen takes pawn on d3 is possible, but there is even possible to play something like this. Bishop takes on h6, and after pawn takes bishop, queen takes, and black king is in trouble. g5 was played. Pawn takes knight. And now pawn takes bishop. Looks like a logical move if you want to have material balance. Instead, rook from e to d8 was played. What is wrong with taking bishop? If bishop is captured, then queen takes pawn on d3, and queen is coming to h7. A problem for Fritz. So rook from e to d8, and Fritz is a piece down. Knight to e4, not even doing anything about the bishop. This is interesting. I think many people would consider bishop to e3, or perhaps even taking on g5. Maybe knight or bishop can take on g5. For example, knight takes, and if pawn takes, bishop takes. This is possible. Continuation for white too. But knight to e4 was played. That is perhaps even the strongest move. Knight is going to d6. Pawn takes bishop. Knight to d6. Queen will capture pawn on d3 and will appear on h7. f5. What happens if bishop takes on d6? Then pawn takes on d6, attacking queen, and after queen to d7, queen takes on d3. Queen is coming to h7 unless something is done like this, and then after pawn takes pawn, en passant, queen to f7. This is one possible variation. And then rook takes on a6. What happens if queen takes on a6? Then check, and after king to f8, check, king to e8, check, and checkmate. Okay, so in the game we have f5, pawn takes pawn en passant, bishop takes knight, queen takes on d3, threat is queen to g6, check, queen to f7, and pawn takes bishop, rook from a to c8, bishop to a2, hitting e6 pawn. I think that black could have resigned, but Fritz was hoping for power failure and continued with knight to b4. HIARCS captured rook on c8, and Fritz resigned. Possible continuation is knight takes queen, rook takes rook, check, king to h7, Bishop takes pawn on e6, attacking queen. Queen takes pawn on f6. Bishop to f5, check. There may be other variations, but this is one of the variations. Queen takes, bishop, check. King to g6, check, forking king and queen. After king to g5, knight takes queen, king takes knight, and let's say rook takes bishop on b7. I think we can stop here. At move 20, HIARCS played b4, achieving superior position, and Fritz couldn't find a way to fight back. At move 23, Fritz was a piece down and in a lost position. Unbelievable. And that is all. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I wish you good luck with your chess, and bye for now.